High, the creator of everything. Salute to all my day ones. Salute to the new subscribers. If you're just not coming in and stumbling across my little itty bitty little local little platform, as you come in, feel at home, wipe your feet all over the Uncut welcome mat. Like, subscribe, share these videos. I don't know why that's sitting there, like right there in the way. There we go, that's better. All right. All right. Now, thank you for stumbling across my little itty bitty little local platform. We growing, that's all I can say. Trolls, racists, Satanists, low IQists, evildoers, negative energy consumers. Is there anything I'm missing?
Idiots in general.
Idiots. You know what I mean? Only God and your mama can love you. And last but certainly not least, I love this part. I found out other people love this part too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, rock on.
So, I guess they know what time it is, huh? If they don't know, I'm going to tell them anyways. One time! Yeah. I say, one time! Yeah. I say, one time! Yeah. One time for the Uncut Squad, one time for the Get the Family, one time for my sister J Stars putting the spiritual smackdown on her YouTube and TikTok, man. Y'all need to go over there and check my sister out, man. That's J Stars. 2 Z's, y'all. Stars with 2 Z's. Not one, but two. Not uno, but dos. All right? And we got to give it up to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. Y'all, the author and finisher of our faith. 2 salutes to G.O.D. because he's always been good to me. All right, man. All right. I have so many talking points. I had to go live because doing a video wasn't going to allow me the time I needed to just get everything off my chest, bro.
Oh, okay.
Now, the first thing I want to talk about is how we've been going back and forth about this whole Cincinnati Brawl, and we see the country being divided racially.
Yeah, that's bad.
And we just woke up today to another one in which I think they said it was 4 young white teens who beat a black guy and a white guy who was actually like his best friend he was hanging out with, Simi Valley, Los Angeles, somewhere near Ventura, California. Again, we have a problem with people keeping their hands to themselves. Now, I'm wondering, are they going to charge these 4? And one of their fathers are police officer. So I'm wondering if they're going to charge these individuals the way they're charging those in the Cincinnati Brawl. As you're coming in, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know you're there. You know what I'm saying? Tell us where you're from. You know what I'm saying? Shout out your city, your state, your whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get it. Don't be shy. All right? This ain't no Rosa Parks thing. You ain't got to sit in the back of the bus, all right? You ain't got to sit in the back of the bus. Make your presence known. Get your salute. Get your one time. All right? But I'm wondering what's the difference in the circumstances because, yes, black people cry racism a lot. And, yes, racism truly does exist throughout this country. Okay? But what we're saying from Teresa Thigi, if that's her name, the police chief in Cincinnati, and what we just watched on film, and salute the brother Richard Taylor, too, of Taylor House Publications, man. Salute to that brother, man. Salute. As we just saw on, Richard Taylor's page, we learned of the 4 young teens, white teens who jumped the brother. Now, are they going to handle this the same way?
Yeah, I doubt it. Different state, but
they're 18 years old. They say that they was arrested. It's going to be handled like they're juveniles, and they're turning it over to probation.
And I don't know what the laws is in that state, but they're 18. They should go to adult trial.
It was nothing no different from what we saw in the Cincinnati Brawl. Actually, it was different because they didn't use any weapons in the Cincinnati Brawl. They was hitting this guy in the back of the head with garbage cans while he was on the ground. You understand what I'm saying?
Either way, it's getting out of hand, and I can see this deteriorating real fast.
Why are people waking up so angry? Why does it seem like there's just no comprehension of keep your hands to yourself? Why isn't law enforcement at this point? Why aren't they over their prejudice with the black community? Why is mainstream media doing this to us? What the heck did we do, bro?
Fighting back is all the crime. It was bound to happen eventually, but
I thought we had come so far. I'm not even gonna lie.
we all thought we came so far.
I thought we had come so far to see that white woman stand at that podium in that city council meeting, and she had mixed kids that was trying to jump their head up to see over top of the podium while they were speaking. I mean, we even have cool, faithful white folk out here, bro, that's speaking up for us.
Yeah.
He was a cool, faithful white brother who came out and told the truth, in the beginning about the Cincinnati Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That was aired. I think I saw that on the African Diaspora News Network with Denitra K. But we do have people out here who feel just like us. I'm just wondering why all of the people who feel like us can't have our own little communities, and all the people who feel like them can't have their own damn planet.
Because I feel like they're giving away too much power then. Hatred's hatred.
Why does it my thing is, bro, you be on this platform with me. You see the trolls. You see the messages. Right.
That's sad, though.
Right.
That's sad.
But to really know that there's people in the world that's this racist, because racism is taught, bro. Let's be real. Racism is taught. A black child, a white child, a Spanish child do not know or see the reflection of those colors until they're taught the biasness, the racial biasness of those colors. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So someone's still teaching this Jim Crow mentality, bro.
Very much so.
But where is it getting you?
But you should have knew it was going to come to this when the Jim Crow Act was reenacted. That's what it was reenacted for. So people could decide who they want to put up all this hatred. I don't want you in my area. Don't come back in my area. Don't be... For what? God put earth here for everybody. To walk, to come through, to deal with. So, to okay segregation is bound to start stuff like this.
You always bring up good talking points, and you just talked me into my next point. I was going to mention this, but I don't know how you do that, but you're pretty damn consistent at doing it. Now watch this. My next point was going to actually target segregation. Now we've been hearing a lot about this all-white community, the return to the land in Arkansas. Okay, cool. That don't bother me. And it shouldn't bother black people. And I'm going to tell you why it don't bother black people. Because we've been wanting that for the longest. You understand what I'm saying?
It's not going to bother the rest of the world until black people start segregating themselves.
They already segregate themselves. The HOAs. Don't they get mad when 1 or 2 black families move in?
Yeah, but the black people, once we start getting our own, is when the chaos is going to happen.
We'll never have our own. They control it.
They're not going to allow it.
Right. They control everything. And we're not going to allow it either because we're still running around here allowing them to call us African Americans. That's a foreign entity. You can't pay reparations to a foreign entity. Mm-mm. But if we're naturally looked at for what we are, which are those Native Americans that were already here, the indigenous people, then they know they owe us reparations because they already paid it to the fair-skinned non-Indian Indians, if that makes any sense. So we cheating ourselves, bro. We're not educated. You know what I'm saying? We allow people to call us anything and we run with it. They control
I think we're waking up. I think we're waking up. Slowly, not as fast as we would like.
Not a lot of us. Are you upset that they're getting their own community? Here's what
doesn't bother me at all.
What's alarming to me about it, bro, is not the fact that they want to separate themselves. It's not the fact that it's based on hatred, may not be based on hatred, whatever. It's based on some type of belief system. We know that. Okay. But what gets me is the fact that they can still, everything that is racial, bro, even when, I'm finna go back, bro. I'm trying to remember his name. Christopher Columbus. Oh. Even when Christopher Columbus, bro, touchdown, he started the first Christian colony. It was in, I think it was the Caribbeans or something like that he landed in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And everything Christian related has come, there's come war, there's come hatred, there's come racism.
It's hatred based.
You know what I'm saying? And so many people run around here with this whole Christian thing and don't really do any study on it, bro. They don't do any study on it.
Those people want something to believe in, whether it's right or it's wrong. They want something to believe in.
The word Christian is only mentioned in the Bible 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna give you facts 3 times. The word Trinity is not in the Bible at all.
At all.
The word rapture is not in the Bible at all. Come as you are is not in the Bible at all. Not in the Bible at all. How can you believe in something that seems to be the very very substance of what's causing the racism? It's Christianity.
Because Christianity was developed to keep the slaves in line. That's why you have all that slavery in the Bible. It's telling you, listen to your master. And God says, your master is right. They went off of the black person's strong belief in religion and found a way to implement it to make us behave.
That thing said to basically, like, respect your slave masters as they are forced to respect their Father in heaven, and they must remember that even though they're your father, that they have a Father in heaven, and it's all through that. It's all through it.
It's handwritten by man.
It's all through it, man.
I can't remember the brother, but
you know, somebody
he made an article on it. And he's saying the Bible is only as true as the author makes it. It's a fairy tale. It's a story.
Somebody once told me, that was like, man, you know who did all the unaliving in the Bible? They said it wasn't Satan.
No.
You know what I'm finna say, don't you?
Satan killed not one person.
Who? You know the answer to that question, don't you?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna leave that there. But, oh, you just said it. Say it again.
God.
Yeah.
But it's true. The devil killed not one person. Anybody that can read through the entire Bible will not see one time, the devil has killed anybody.
All the floods, all the famine, all
done by God. Every unaliving was in the name of God.
But let me clear this up, though. The name of whatever God they're talking about, because the God I believe in would never do anything like that to any of his creations.
No.
It don't even matter about color, because the Bible also says that he scattered many of us throughout the earth, throughout many corners of the earth, and many of us just speak different languages. Mm-hmm. And in fact, we do. Yes. You know what I mean? In fact, we do. But to believe that God is a merciful God, and then to believe that he's that much of an angry God that he's gonna do the very thing that he told you not to do, thou shalt not kill.
Then why are there millions of people right now as we speak being unalived in the name of God?
I guess it comes down to the God they're serving.
It has to.
Or the God that was created, you know, the Jesus, the white Jesus.
You know, like I say, I'm far from a devil worshiper. But proof's in the pudding. Right is right, right or wrong.
I know there's a God, and I'm spiritual. I don't chase religion. I know there's a God. I know I'm not going to go to no church and get no pastor pockets fat, and, you know, I'm not going to let you, no, you're not going to indoctrinate me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not. I'm not going to be your hustle. You know what I mean? You don't retire from selling D-rugs. Now you ain't hit a pastor of a church.
You have your own mind, man. Like I say, I believe in the purpose of the Bible. Everybody needs faith.
It's guidance.
Everybody needs something to believe in.
It's definitely
guidance. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the lies, I'm not boo-boo the fool.
You know, a pastor never speaks on the slavery in the Bible. Pastors often never preach on Revelations. And pastors never target that one passage in Revelations, I believe it's chapter 2, where Paul starts to give a description, one like unto the Son of Man. And, you know, it goes into the whole hair of wool, you know what I'm saying, the fiery red eyes, you know, the skin is if burned in a fiery furnace, you know what I'm saying, all of that, you know. But then you look at the description of the Savior they're trying to give us, and it's nothing like what the Bible says. So are they lying about the picture, or is the Bible lying about the description?
Me personally, the majority of it is lies for me. Whether it's the picture, the description, it was formatted for that specific time to bring people in line. Then they go to another specific time to bring those people in line.
You know,
It was adjusted with the mind state of the people. Once people get to the point where they didn't believe what was going on, the Bible was adjusted to bring those people in line.
They said it was changed around 400 AD. They said it was rewritten. It was changed around 400 AD. Here's another thing too, bro. Man, you always touch on so much good stuff. Oh, I lost it. It was something you just said. Bring people in line. Oh, here's what gets me. We were just sitting here talking about Jesus. Now, there's apparent there was no J in the Hebrew alphabet at the time. And you can look up that Hebrew alphabet right now, and you will see that we're correct. All right? And I also know that the first slave ship to leave Great Britain and touch American soil was called the Good Jesus. Mm-hmm. And they was bearing slaves. It was called the Good Jesus. You can look that slave ship up right now on Google. So when people like us say, oh, Lord, deliver me, Jesus, deliver me, Jesus did kind of deliver some people's ancestors, bro. Like, some of us was already there. But those who came by boat from that area actually did, Jesus did deliver them, bro. Mm-hmm. And I also saw this. I wanted to run this by you. So last night I was doing, my little studies. And there was this guy who was saying that they've lied to black people all along, that we were never bought here. They came here. We were already here. They took over, enslaved everyone, and they shipped us out to be slaves.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot more sense if you're going to change our history, our narrative.
You got to get us out of here first.
Right. You're not going to enslave someone in their own land. No. They're going to conquer that land and ship them out. And that made me think, bro. That's why they're calling us African Americans. They will not call us Native Americans.
Out of here. Then the Africans sold us back.
Right. Bro, when you look at the stuff that they was giving them to actually sell us, bro, scissors.
Yeah.
No, I'm for real. Scissors.
Shiny things.
Yeah. Mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Tobacco.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Some wood they found in Brazil that's got red dye in it that they were using the pettiest things, bro. The pettiest things.
Trade.
Yeah, we ain't worth more than that. You mean somebody got traded for scissors and a mirror?
We wasn't at that time.
Man. Scissors and a mirror, bro. A scissors and some mirrors, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? They gave them ways to make fire and things like that,
Which is why our people to this day is still attracted to fancy things. They're still attracted to showing off.
Why is that?
Because it was embedded in us.
We the brokest people in the world, but boy, listen.
Everybody we wanted to show that we have something, that we're worth something.
Boy, income tax come around, everybody feel like a celebrity, boy. Don't even want to go to work no more. They feel like they done hit the lotto. How long you think that little money gonna last?
Just to go around and show off right now.
Yeah, just to buy a car in January and have a repo by April.
We got to do better.
Some of us do, some of us don't. Because like you said, it's embedded in some of us. Mm-hmm. Only a few are called, many are called, few are chosen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, my next question is kind of probably going to get up under your skin a little bit. But I'm ready to spice this thing up anyways and add some excitement to it. So let me do it like this. Every day, I try to do things differently, bro, so that my day-to-day doesn't match my yesterday. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right. So I notice normally when I put my pants on, bro, for some reason I put my left leg in first. So today I made sure I put my right leg in first. I did things a little differently today.
Total switch, huh?
Yeah. This might tick you off.
Yeah.
Has Dave the crackhead done anything a little differently today, sir?
Not at all.
Is there any update on the vehicle?
You talking car dealership that can't even keep the phone bill on, man.
His phone is off.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kept telling them, hey man, you need to get a tag on this loaner, man. Dude, they go tow it. That's what happened. Yeah, but that bad dealer tag,
they
it was
towed the car.
Oh yeah.
The loaner car was towed.
Oh yeah.
He still got your money. He's trying to clear this title to give you this Lexus because it's a dead guy's vehicle, an unalive guy's vehicle. Excuse me, YouTube. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't give me a strike. All right. His phone is off. Why do people wake up and play with people who's already battling demons? I mean, we all battle demons, bro. We all have to have that glass half full, glass half empty mentality sometimes, and we try to take the more optimistic route. But when you have people who introduce triggers to...
Because the problem is when those people are fighting demons, they tend to turn the other cheek, not because of religion, because of not trying to go back to where they came from.
Knowing better, therefore they do better.
If you push a rat in the corner, he fights back.
We're hoping Dave hasn't changed his phone number because we did put his phone number on a few videos, maybe one or two. You know what I mean? Dave, you better not let me get your new number. Come and put your baby mama number out there too. I ain't lying. Boy, I put your mama number out here, boy. I ain't lying, boy. I'm telling you. Telling you, boy. Telling you, if you got a pager number, if you still rocking a pager, I'll put your beeper number on here too. They'll be beeping your 911. I ain't lying to you. Let me find out you got a payphone number. We gonna get that payphone number too. Hey, I'm gonna call you through Google Meet, boy. Don't play with me, boy. I'll call you through Facebook, boy. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play, boy.
I'm gonna post this cash shop and have everybody request him for $1,000.
If it's attached to his phone, is it gonna go through if his phone is off?
It's attached to whatever he has electronic.
And I want to say, shout out to D-Boy, man, who was local, man, who hit back on one of the videos about Dave.
Yeah.
He was telling us about another bad car lot over here, too.
Yeah,
Something
man,
about,
expose them. Let them.
Yeah. So shout out to D-Boy, man. Shout out to D-Boy.
It's about time for income tax time to come around. It's Christmas time. We don't need hardworking, honest people to go to these crooks and attempt to get something, not knowing what they're walking into. So in any situation, give somebody a heads up, man. Give them, knowing is half the battle. You might save a single mom just scraped up everything she can trying to go get a vehicle to get her kids back for to school and something happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You might sway somebody away from a crook that might have took their last, because times are hard now. You know, everybody can't bounce back.
Okay, well, I got to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. And I'm going to get some blowback on this. And I'm going to have to take it as a man. I'm going to have to take it as a man. I'm going to be honest, bro. I got to take this one as a man. So, last night I was looking at some more of this immigration stuff and what's going on with ICE. And basically somebody done stuck to Trump like, hey, yo, Trump. Man, look here, man. The white farmers, man, all the crops, they withered away, man. It ain't working. You sending all the illegals away. Do you know Trump actually said that since the people in the inner city won't do the work and return to the farms and we're naturals at it, that he was going to be bringing back the illegal immigrants, send them back home, get some schooling or whatever, and come back legally and put them back in the farms because he can't have the white farms and the crops and stuff.
Well, imagine how that's going to work, though. Because when you send these people home and they get their schooling and they come back, you think they're going to want to work in farms?
Who's in the inner cities?
Us.
He coded that nicely, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He encrypted that like the genius he is. I was like, dang, Mr. Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Like, hold on, let me see if I can find this clip, bro.
These people will be fools to go get schooling, come back legal, and work for these low ass.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't finna pick no cotton. But boy, if you gonna pay me at least $40 an hour, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you some hours out there. I'll pick some strawberries, some apples, bananas, something.
Why am I gonna go work in a field picking cotton when they're paying you $18 to $22 an hour at Wawa?
That's why I say if they paying 40 for that field. Cause think about it, the workouts. Think about it, the work outside,
McDonald's
right?
paying 18.
When you're doing construction, you're making money for working in those conditions. When you're doing roofing, you're making money for working in those conditions. When you're doing carpentry, landscaping, whatever, you're getting paid handsomely for working in those hot conditions. How are you only offering $11.75 to come out there in a plantation? Bro, listen, man. And y'all wonder why them plantations burning down?
Laborers making $30 an hour in block masonry, my profession. Why would I go out there and work in a field for $11 an hour? Why would anybody go out there and work in a field for $11 an hour?
We're more educated than that now.
Come on, man. So educate the people. When you educate them and bring them back, you still gonna have to do it yourself.
And
Because people are learning more. They're smarter. Hopefully, they get smarter.
You nailed it again. I don't know how you do this with the talking points, but I don't know, bro. Like, you be in my head, bro. Like, because I was just going to say, why won't they do it themselves? They're always trying to pick on someone that's melanated, either us or the Spanish people. Why won't? Because at one point, they did do it themselves. Well, what happened?
Hey, listen, man. That's all it is. They're used to having people do their hard work and dirty work for them, and that's all we have to do. We don't need to fight amongst each other. We just need to put them back in the point to where you got to do it yourself. Get out there and do it yourself. Because that's the purpose of any good leader. A good leader is not going to ask somebody to do something they wouldn't do themselves.
I'm trying to find this story. I want everyone to hear what this man said, because there's no way to take it wrong. And I'm a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? I can't vote, but I'm an independent. I support the man because some of the things that he's doing needs to be done. It needs to be done.
Yeah, but he also has to get away from the trickery too.
Yeah, he does. He's gonna play both sides. He's got to play to his race base. He's got to play to law enforcement. There are so many different sides that he's playing to right now.
But look where it's bringing us.
Yeah.
Not only the civil unrest, but you got national unrest too. And I'm sorry, America can't fight two wars. Something's got to give.
That's true. I'm trying
Something
to find
has
this
to
real
give,
quick.
man.
I'm not sure who he was talking to when he said it. And I was like, does this man even know that people, does he even know that we're listening? Okay. This might be it right
We're
here.
taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers not have anybody, these people, you can't replace them very easily. People that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work.
What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? You might as well go ahead and say them niggas.
Might as well.
Them niggas.
You might as well.
Them niggas won't do the work. Come on, bro.
He was right.
Everybody tried. They don't do it. These people do it naturally.
These people do it naturally.
I said, what happens if they get it to a farmer the other day? What happens if they get a bad back?
They die.
He said, they don't get a bad back, sir, because if they get a bad back, they die. I said, that's interesting, isn't it?
And they kept trying to cut him off.
We're taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers...
During the original interview... See, I'm playing a sound bite, but during the original interview, they heard where he was going. You hear people saying, Mr. President, they tried to stop him, bro. They tried to stop him. Hey, Trump.
These people.
One more time, bro. One more time. You heard the inner city, right? Boy, if that wasn't encrypted, boy, Trump is genius now.
Man.
Trump a slick one now.
Our farmers, we can't let our farmers not have anybody. These are these people. They're you can't replace them very easily. People that
Wait, let's stop right there. You can't replace them very easily. You know why? Because the only replacement you got is us, and we ain't having it.
The point I'm listening to, the part I'm listening to is you're pretty much saying you're about to force somebody to help your farmers.
Right. Instead of them doing it they darn self. Put on some long sleeves. Go do it at night when the sun ain't up.
We can't let our farmers go without help. What you gonna do? You gonna start forcing people to get out
We're
there?
taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers not have anybody. These are these people. You can't replace them very easily. People that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work. And they've tried. We've tried. Everybody tried. They don't do it. These people do it naturally. Naturally. I said, what happens if they get it to a farmer the other day? What happens if they get a bad back?
Oh, man.
He said, they don't get a bad back, sir, because if they get a bad back, they die.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, there was another part that I want to touch on. But every time he'll say inner city, he say these people can. Okay, here it is. This guy leads the way with mass deportation. And now you have to walk it back to save people who look like you. And I didn't know he was actually German, but Trump is actually German.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Okay. So you've got to save the
You mean to
people.
tell me after all of that, Obama ain't American? You ain't American.
Exactly. And DeSantis either. But here's the main person who orchestrated mass deportation. Don't get me wrong. I am a fan of mass deportation. You know what I'm saying? I am. But for the person who orchestrated it to have to walk it back and say, well, we got to save the farmers, y'all. I'm going to bring y'all back. How much U.S. money did you just spend shipping them, building alligator Alcatraz and everything else just to open the door to let them back because your crops aren't making it?
A classic case of open mouth, insert foot.
I'm going to go a little bit further with this. But they call us lazy, though. He say it's very hard to replace these people and to get people to do the work. Why can't the farmers do it themselves? You're a mechanic.
The
When your
black
automobile,
farmers is doing it.
you're a mechanic, right? Mm-hmm. So when your vehicle breaks down, do you take it to a shop to be fixed or do you do it yourself?
I do it myself.
I detail. So when my vehicle needs to be cleaned, I clean it myself. If they are farmers and their crops need to be harvested, picked, rotated, whatever they do, why can't they do it themselves? I know people who cut hair, who cut their own heads, who give their own tapes, their own edges. A farmer can't do it themselves. Somebody that work at Amazon got to load their own van to deliver this to the customer.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me these white farmers so privileged that y'all the only ones in the whole country who ain't got to do the work yourselves, all you got to do is grow it and you go... Something don't sound right, bruh. Something don't sound right, bruh.
I don't know. I guess everybody's definition of lazy is different. But that's lazy.
That's lazy.
That's lazy.
That proves that you actually do owe reparations. You can't do the work yourselves, and it tells who's lazy. So everything they're saying about us is actually, I got to hear this one more time.
I tell you what, bring back the barter system. Everybody be all right.
This is classic right
Back,
here.
sir, because if they get a bad back, they die. I said, that's interesting, isn't it? We're taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers not have anybody. These are these people.
Very.
You can't replace
You
them
can't
very
replace
easily.
them.
People that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work, and they've tried.
Shame on you guys in the inner city.
tried.
Shame on you guys.
These people do it naturally.
Shame on you black people. Wait. The hell am I saying?
My bad. 'Cause I ain't getting out there.
Shame on them, black people. Shame on them. Not shame on us. Shame on them. This man actually just subliminally admitted that he actually did think when he said mass deportation and he started getting...
The black people were going to
He
get out
really
there
did
and
think
do
that
that
we were-
word.
Bro, our ancestors would come back from the grave and murk us themselves. You know what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Now, if you put some more dead presidents on it, I'll come out there and do it.
As a matter of fact,
Put some more money on it.
as a matter of fact, thank y'all white folk. By y'all pushing us out of jobs, y'all educated us. We know we don't have to get out there and do that backbreaker work to make $1.
Exactly.
We know there's other means and other ways.
Boy, listen, boy. Y'all think them farms gonna be full of black folks? No, bro. We know how to make that money. Y'all flooded our streets with other things too. It's other means to make $1. We ain't going out there pay. Who? Man, listen here, boy. No. I don't even detail cars in the heat. I ain't gonna pick no fruit in the heat. I only want to go check my mailbox when it's hot. I ain't going to pick no fruit in the heat. Why won't they do it?
I don't know. I ain't doing it.
They can do it at nighttime, go buy some spotlights, you know what I'm saying, so you can see. You do it at nighttime, wear long sleeves, get you some sunscreen, get you some off.
Listen, it's one remedy to that. Pay people properly. Pay me properly, I go out there and do it all day.
That's what I'm saying. But I ain't picking no cotton.
Listen,
I ain't picking no cotton.
I got one of them little AC things that I can put around my neck and stand out there. I'm good. But you ain't paying.
If right now they said $40 an hour, even if I had to leave the state to go do it, bro, I'm gone. But I ain't picking no cotton though.
A few seasons,
I ain't picking no cotton though. I don't think they hear me. I'm not picking no cotton, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might do some rice, some potatoes, some whatever. I'm not picking no cotton, bro.
I ain't going nowhere but citrus because I don't do skeeters.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I pick oranges and all that because, citrus keeps the mosquitoes away. I'm good.
And listen, most black people are really terrified of snakes because we've gone through colonization in this country and we've had to deal with some snakes in this American history. So if we're going to get out there in the fields, y'all really need to make sure that we are paid handsomely because, listen, most of us run, we see snakes. So if I'm out there working, I don't care if it's $40, $50, $60 an hour. I ain't making that money today, boss. I seen a snake. I'm gone. I don't care if you murk the snake and show me his dangling body. It's got to be more. I'm gone today, sir. I'm gone today. So that's going to be the only thing that bar me is the heat, low pay, and snakes.
Well, orange roads you can see. Spaced out. There ain't that much grass and snakes to hide in.
Well, I'll do some oranges, bro. As long as they don't mind me eating
oranges, grapefruit, tangerine.
Grapes, yeah.
No skeeters, all that. I can deal with that. The citrus runs the skeeters.
But I ain't picking no cotton, bro. I ain't picking no cotton, bro. They ain't. No. I ain't picking no cotton. But it's crazy how, and this is how you know it's a get rich quick scheme with these farmers, bro. They are not willing to pay you for that work outside in those hot conditions, but every other occupation that involves working in extreme temperature. Right. So that means that they're purposely undercutting melanated people because they can't get out there and do it. Why is that the lowest? Why is that the lowest paying outside job? And it's the only job that they can't do. Think about what I just said.
I don't know what to tell you.
They know they can't do it. They are ruled out. They gonna burn. They it's just not good for them with the sun. That's their kryptonite. The sun is their kryptonite.
And they don't want to pay. Rent right now for a 1-bedroom is almost $2,000. What is $11 an hour gonna do for anybody?
They want you 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and this came out of Louisiana. It started with an S in Louisiana. 10 hours a day at $11.75 an hour, 6 days a week.
That's if you do good.
Yeah, they say if you do good, you have the opportunity to make at least $100 a day. What is $100 a day?
By the end of the month, you done lost your rent, you done paid your rent, and you still can't pay your lights and water, your cable, your cell phone bill, your car insurance. So you gonna go work the majority of your life on a farm that at the end of the month, you still can't pay all your bills?
This white farmer said if you good and you catch on and you move fast, you can make up to $100 a day, which is what the better ones, the best ones he have is making. $100 a day? That's the best your best is making? Man, if you don't kiss a natural black, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on. That's the 1175. 10 hours, 6 days a week. 1170.
I told you, Jimmy the Cricket, my favorite cartoon character. I'm no fool, no siree.
It baffles me how people.
103.
It baffles me how people wake up with the mentality that they're going to crap on somebody else's day. They're going to bring this energy to you. They're going to try you of all people. They're going to try to scam you of all people. They're going to try to undercut you of all people. This is not the time in anyone's life that anyone should be trying anyone, because we all are going through some type of struggle.
Yeah. But ill-gotten gains don't last long. That's why they're going through what they're going through now. Because if they weren't getting if their gains weren't ill-gotten, they'd have people on that farm working.
I'm really not understanding why they can't do it themselves. I'm really not understanding why they can't do it themselves.
I am understanding why they're going broke.
Care to explain?
Because you've made all that money doing people wrong, shorting people, and everybody's waking up. Your president, our president, might as well say, thought he was doing a good thing, and it came back to bite him and all you farmers in the ass. Now, in order to get people back, you have to start doing right, or you ain't gonna do it all.
You were paying them to leave, now you're gonna pay them double to bring them back? And they're gonna come back anyways.
Either way, whether mass deportation or what they're doing wrong, they deserve to be treated right because they're human. Any human being deserves to be treated right.
Yes.
Now you have no choice but to treat them right because now they know better.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying they know better.
There you go.
Because the reason I'm saying that, it ain't got nothing to do with their IQ, nothing to do with their education level. It's not even a condescending manner. You know what I mean? The reason I say that is because I've watched. Do you remember the guy that got deported early on when Trump first came into office? And the guy was like, "Thank you for my 1 week vacation. My job wouldn't even do that."
And took a picture and took video of his trip back.
He said he was on Mexico. He was in Mexico. He said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, because my job wouldn't even give me a 1 week's vacation." He said, "But I'll see you in 1 week." I'll be darned if that Spanish brother didn't record himself riding and getting right back into the United States, going right back to the same hood and said it feels good to be home. He did it.
All the way back.
In the span of a week. We spent how much money getting this brother out of there? This brother came back in the span of 1 week and said he was going to do it and did it and filmed himself.
Video his road trip. That was hilarious. That was
funny. So I mean, that's why I say they're going to come back anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant by that. They're going to come back anyways.
That was funny. That was hilarious. I think I'm the one that showed you the video.
I saw it in the room, plus you showed me. Yeah.
That was hilarious. People are smarter than you give them credit for.
But they're going to come back just out of dire need of employment. I mean, if 1175 in this country and this extreme heat is better than what your government is paying you, then why not stay home and fight your government to reform their laws, their wages?
But you've seen the video. Their government is kicking Americans out of there because we're taking their jobs. We're not spending pesos.
Okay, so when these Spanish people come back, are they just going to be limited to farm work, or are they still going to be out here taking jobs? You know what I'm saying? Are they still going to be out here taking our jobs, bro? That's what I want to know. Are they just going to be limited to farm work and just being farmers? Or are they going to be entitled to take everybody? Bro, at Popeyes, you got Spanish people at Popeyes, bro?
Yeah.
Working at Popeyes. Boy, you'll have a Spanish preacher in the black church next. Boy, I ain't lying to you, boy.
It's going to happen.
And that Spanish preacher, That Spanish preacher of that black church gonna be mad because y'all black folks ain't speaking Spanish on Sundays. Keep playing now.
Yeah, keep playing.
Keep playing. Keep playing. They already in the neighborhood. They gonna buy one of your churches. They gonna oust one of your pastors, and y'all gonna have y'all a Spanish pastor, and he gonna be mad that y'all ain't speaking in Spanish on Sundays. You better brush up on your Spanish.
Tell
You
you.
better brush up. You better brush up. Oh, a new law just passed too. August 5th, I want to say. August 5th. Trump passed another law. Seen it on TikTok. Basically, any man that puts his hand on a woman now,
Oh yeah, I seen that.
yeah, it's a first degree
First
felony.
degree felony.
But what about the women who put their hands on the men? The toots of the world.
Huh?
Huh? I'm going to go ahead and say it. The toots of the world.
Yeah.
What about them women, bro? What about them women, bro?
I don't know. It's always one sided.
And what about if a woman lie and say this man touched her and he really didn't? And what about the women, the Katie Taylors, bro, who go around here putting their hands on men? It don't work both ways?
It should. It definitely should.
Boy, y'all see why I filed charges? Boy, I press charges, boy. You put your soft paws on me, boy. I'm pressing them uncut charges on you, boy.
I don't see gender, I don't see race, I see threats.
Exactly.
I'm disabled. I have tubes out of me. So if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna defend myself with deadly force. I don't care. If you're big enough to hurt me and harm me, I am using deadly force to defend myself. Man, woman, overgrown child, dog, aggressive cat. Please keep your hands off folks' children. I was raised that way. I hope everybody else start raising their children that way.
You know, it's funny how this just surfaced again. This was our beginning talking point of keep your hands to yourself. Mainstream media portrays us as being thugs. Now, you notice all throughout that Cincinnati Brawl, they label all those black people thugs, right? And they called it a hate crime. But this new video we just saw in Semi Valley, however you say it, it's near Ventura, California, where this took place with the 4 white teenagers jumping on the black teenager and his white friend. They beat the white friend first.
Yeah.
And then took it to the black guy. So
Yeah.
they beat him just for hanging out with a black guy. You know what I'm saying? And then they beat the heck out of the black man. But here's my point, bro. My point is, it all comes down to keeping your hands to yourself. Exactly. We're not the ones starting this. People keep, bro, you've been saying in the comments, oh, white people don't jump people. We don't do this. We don't. And we constantly saying, look, it's not us. For every action, there's a reaction. But why is the media painting us in this way? Why won't the media come out and tell the truth about who started what and why? Why isn't the media calling this a hate crime? Okay, the guy who said he wanted to off 30,000 of us by this past Sunday. You remember that story, right?
Yes.
Why didn't they call that a hate crime? The man put apes in his text messages on Twitter. Apes.
The N-word several times.
Right. But when they posted it on the news, they cleaned it up because they didn't want to charge him with a hate crime. But you said apes. And those 4 white guys were hurling racial slurs too. And those white guys who got beat up in Cincinnati were hurling racial slurs. The police chief, Teresa, the wicked witch of law enforcement, Thigi, in Cincinnati, Ohio, she goes, well, mainstream media and social media content creators are making her investigation difficult because we're showing things that's conflictual to her investigation, so it causes her to have to compromise her investigation if she releases the camera footage that she has.
Because we're showing the truth?
Right. Don't she know that independent black people lived there, heard her, and they released the footage? First thing people do in this era is pull out their camera. It was already recorded. They leaked it, and it only incriminates the white people more.
Mm-hmm.
So what she's really saying is she didn't want to compromise the integrity of the investigation because she's got everyone going after the N-words. But if she show the footage that she has, then the world will be upset at the white people.
That's all it is. your evidence against somebody else's evidence. Where's the evidence you have that's showing that it was plotted?
Yeah, she said a calculated attack.
Yeah, show that. Show
a
that.
calculated attack.
Because we're showing you this man walk up and slap a disabled black man. First licks was thrown. And at any time, at least any time I've ever gotten in trouble, they've always arrested the person that started the interaction. He started it.
Exactly. And we had that white woman snatch a wig off. She said anybody who used their hands in a harmful manner or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
no matter what side or what race they. So where
the same black lady that was arrested actually was the one whose hair got snatched backwards.
No. The black woman that got arrested was the black lady who came to the defense of the woman who got her wig
got her wig
off.
snatched back.
That was the one in the blonde wig that squared up with the chick after she snatched her wig off. The other chick had on some short white shorts or something like that. Remember? That I don't want to say what she was doing in the video, but she was definitely in the video. The one who got her head snatched. She was definitely in the video. She had just clocked the old girl before old boy clocked the old girl. You know what I mean? And they mad at me about that too because I'm supposed to feel sympathetic and empathetic that, well, she got knocked the fuck out. A man should never hit a woman. No. If that man is not protecting that woman, if you don't choose to take her home out of the face of danger, if you don't tell her stand back, this is men. If she's out there amongst men and she's throwing hands and doing whatever she's doing, you are deemed a threat. You are a threat. You're going to wear one. You're going to wear one. There's no ifs, ands, no buts, all morals out the window when it's time to kick butt. You understand what I'm saying? That was out the window, bro. The fact that they hurled them N-words and you slapped that mentally ill dude, everybody saw race soldiers, everybody saw slave masters, and they commenced to be in that turnaround, though. That's how I look at it.
But if you look at it, they were trying to avoid. That's what those folks, when they were saying the race, when they were saying all that. If they wanted to hurt those people right there, the first N-word that came out of their mouth would have got them hurt. They waited patiently. They were patient with those people until the first lick was thrown. And you went too far.
The news really spent that, bro. Like, what is the agenda behind making us look so bad? And now you got all your racist white people out here posting, oh, 1352, 1352. Are you familiar with that? They're saying that we make up 13% of the population, in which that's a lie. And they're saying that we're 52% of the crime committed in this country. And that's a lie.
Yes.
They also said, now get this, she said a mob of black people commits a calculated attack on white, notice she didn't say white immigrants, right? Russian immigrants. Because we would have been like, hey, y'all got immigrants over here disrespecting us and we Americans.
Yeah.
So she left all of that out. And I get this. She slipped again. 6 assailants, 6 black people were arrested, right? 5 victims. 5 victims. It was 5 white people that got beat and 6 black people. How is that a mob? That's damn near even.
Yep.
That's damn near even. Now, it should have been a sister that put that wear and tear on that white woman. You know what I'm saying? She should have cleaned her head gaskets. You know what I'm saying? She should have flushed her radiator. It should have been a sister.
Yep.
But, I mean, bro, okay, you got women in the military right now. So you mean to tell me if we send our military over there, we got women in our military, you telling me one of these men ain't gonna plug one of these women in that foreign military? Like Iraq and Iran, they gonna plug them. They don't care you a woman. You trying to off me, I'm gonna off you too. It should be the same outrage. A woman in a uniform in the U.S. military should not be allowed to do physical training with men, take at men. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's kind of like saying, if me and you out here and we're pew-pewing at each other. And you run out of bullets. I'm supposed to spare your life because you ran out of bullets when you just clearly tried to take mine?
Not at all. You're supposed to finish the job.
So he was rough and tough because it was 3 of them approaching a disabled black man. And when he slapped that black man, it's okay, because the numbers went up against you, everybody's supposed to feel bad?
What gets me is that's gonna happen anywhere you go.
It doesn't make sense.
You can find more instances of white people jumping people than you can black
people jumping people.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we were all raised not to mess with that white person. You better not mess with them white folks.
Man, some of our parents still get on us about messing with white women. Talking
Exactly.
to white women. Boy, that good girl in there lie on you. She gonna do this, she gonna do that. Jonathan Majors.
And it happens that way. It literally happens that way.
So no, we don't wake up and think about hurting you guys. No, lie detector determined that was a lie. You know, we wake up saying, hey, we gotta stay far away from them because that could be trouble. If
That's
they
going
decide
to be trouble.
Right. So if you want to know why there's so much black on black crime, it's because we know not to put our hands on you. So why don't you know not to put your hands on us? You know, so I can even make it sound better for the racists. Watch this. Aren't we doing you a favor with our black on black crime? Aren't we keeping you from catching those felonies? Huh? Aren't you still along with your precious, beautiful little racist family? Then why must you commit to putting your hands on us to where we have to do things to you in return when you could just sit back and just allow the ignorant people who look like me to do it to the other ignorant people who look like me and let them? I mean...
All I can say is if us fighting back is going to be a problem, I guess you got a problem then.
I think it's a new law that passed. I think it's a new law that says you can slap the shit out of somebody, and if they slap you back, they get charged. You're the victim.
Black people are used to breaking the law.
We need to find Dave why this law exists. No, we need to find Dave the crackhead why this law exists, boy. Hey, we can slap for free. Slap for free. Yeah. I ain't going to, I'm the victim. I don't care what that camera say. You didn't see me. You can slow it down and show a still shot. That ain't me. I'm gonna grow a little bit, the white man gonna grow a little bit of hair. Like, that ain't me. I was
not me.
That guy's bald. Look at me. I got a 1. You know what I'm saying? No, look at me. I got a mullet. That ain't me.
It's still illegal. He hit me back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hit me back. You going to jail. Can you imagine being able to walk up in your enemy and just, dare you hit me back, you going to jail. But that's some boss right there, boy.
Yeah, man.
That's some boss right there, boy. I need to know if this law truly exists. Is it temporary? Is it only like one of those double standard things to where white people can do it and black people can't? I need to know the ins and outs of that law because I want to exercise the liberties of that law.
Yes.
That would be nice.
We need to know that.
Really. I mean,
so we can approach it properly.
Right.
You know?
We're going to handle that law with care.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kid gloves on.
I'm just trying to figure this out, bro. How do you do a still shot? First, the media spins it and it picks up on a whole bunch of black people just unleashing a beast on this white guy. And even I was like, man, that's embarrassing, but that make us look bad. But then a white guy and a black guy put out the real footage, and I see this guy just pop. Well, that's why everybody jumped on you. That guy is mentally ill. You hurling racial slurs around the midst of all these black people. What you thought you was gonna get? If I'm around a bunch of neo-Nazis, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hurling racial slurs, and I haul off and pop one of they mentally ill, mentally challenged community residents or whatever.
Who brought out the fact that they were Russian immigrants?
They say they Russian. They say they Russian. And then get this.
So they're white Americans and Russians?
They showed up. Law enforcement showed up to talk to dude. Dude attorney was there. His attorney say, my client don't want to talk. They say, all right. And they left.
Oh my God.
You ain't sure to put no handcuffs on this man. You ain't say, well, we ain't got to talk, but I got some handcuffs for him. Come get these charges. They're like, oh, well, he's got counsel. He don't want to talk to us because he's got... What you mean he don't want to talk to y'all? It should be nothing to talk about. Because that still shot of him slapping that guy should be everything that need to be said.
Everything that needs to be said. He should have been arrested for aggravated battery.
So if one of the black people they arrested, if they would have had attorneys, And they would have came to get them. And they were like, well,
They took their attorneys to jail.
I knew it was something. Something. Yeah, this is crazy right
Yeah,
here.
that's crazy.
And then, like I said, the 4 kids used a garbage can on a black guy. And what I said it was called Simi Valley, California. You know, the man is on the ground and they pounded him in the back of the head with a trash can. That's not attempted murder. That's not felonious assault. That's not inciting a riot. That ain't a hate crime.
They're gonna let probation handle it. Listen, never in the history of crime has probation handled a case.
I don't want to be black no more. I don't want to be black no more. I don't want to be black.
I want to do the Michael Jackson.
Black is a threat. I got Villa Largo. See, look. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Because some of y'all I can't say that. They going to flag me. Some of y'all kids confused. They don't know what they want to be. Okay? Sexually. All right. If they can wake up and be Bruce Jenner today and be, what was the other name he went by? Bruce Jenner to... What he changed his name to? Caitlyn Jenner. If you can go from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner, and the world is supposed to receive that and believe that, brother, I'm white and my credit score like 8,000. I'm Donald Trump. You don't see my... I can flip my hair over. You don't see my hair? Don't play with me. I'm Donald Trump. I don't want to be black no more. Black is a threat. Did you see what that black guy did in that video? That black guy ran. That is a threat. That's a threat. Did you see that black guy?
Hey, man.
Don't you know his black is a felony? That was a threat. I can't believe that black guy, for the nerve of him, out there messing with those white guys, disturbing their day in their white neighborhood, hanging out with his white friend, and he knows that he's black, and he knows that his skin is a threat. You're telling me he was running away? It looked like he was pointing something while he was running away, bro. That was a threat.
Yeah, it was. How dare you turn your back on them good white folks?
Oh, boy.
You got everything you deserve.
Boy. Did you see him with the chair, bro? Huh? He provoked it. He had a chair.
That's just bad, man.
He had a chair of 4 white people. That's a hate crime. He provoked it. Or could it be he was actually
You cannot block punches with a chair, sir. You can't do that.
That brother was wrong. He was wrong.
That garbage can wasn't going to hurt you that bad.
Right. What did that garbage can do to you?
How dare you pick up a chair?
That garbage can is going to file charges on you, sir, assaulting that garbage can like that. How dare you assault that garbage can while you're laying on the ground nearly unconscious? How dare the back of your head beat up that garbage can, sir? How dare that happen?
Oh, man.
This is a crazy world we live in, man.
Hey, man.
It's a crazy world, man. We're automatically the bad guys. They've been the bad guys for over 500 years. And they're just, boy, listen, they shaking every tree and looking under every rug trying to find something to stick on us to make us finally look like the bad guys.
It's getting bad, man. It's definitely getting bad.
Yeah, because this is going to be a domino effect. Now we're going to hear about another white person getting jumped. Now, we saw the Cincinnati Brawl. Watch this. Watch here how I go. The Riverfront Brawl. White people jumping on black people. Cincinnati Brawl. Black people jumping on white people. Simi Valley. Right here. White people just jumped on black people.
It's going to continue to
Now
escalate.
you're going to hear about black people jumping on another white person. Listen, man.
The ignorancy is going to continue to escalate. It's sad.
It is, man.
So for the good folks out there, please do whatever you can to be safe, man.
The good folk, man, no matter what race you in. Notice we're not saying good people, because we understand that people are racist. But you got good folk out there, no matter what race, belief, color, sexual gender, no nothing. May y'all good, diverse, God-fearing folk, man, be vigilant, be observant, keep yourself safe, man. Don't be nowhere you don't need to be if you don't have numbers, man.
And do not hesitate to use whatever you have to do to defend yourself and your family.
And only surround yourself around people who gonna stand on business when it's time to stand on business. You know what I mean? Don't surround yourself around somebody who's gonna stand around and watch it happen to you and videotape it for you. No. You man. Dog, this is crazy, man. Bro,
sad.
like
It's real sad.
like you have mixed children. You're far from racist. I'm far from racist. But we have to worry about this.
I'm just saying.
Black people and white people can't come together. But yet we're living in times to where there's lots of interracial relationships, biracial children, even got to be black and white. Because I've seen Puerto Rican and black. Boy, listen, we turn everything black if we touch it. I'm trying to tell you. We turn anything black if we touch it.
Yep.
Touch a white woman, that's a black child. Touch a Puerto Rican woman, that's a black child. Touch a Mexican woman, that's a black child. Italian woman, that is definitely a black child. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, to have this going on in this country, bro.
It's sad, man.
And salute.
It's extremely sad, man.
And salute to that councilwoman who actually said that they deserved that beat down. They was asking for it. They was asking for it. Well, any last words, brother? All right, we're going to go ahead and...
It's sad, man.
It is. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. Listen, good folk of America, no matter what race you are, continue to be good folk, man. Continue to be good folk. You know what I'm saying? This world will cleanse itself for the races. God will take care of that. That one true God. Okay, that one true God. You know. And still, until then, y'all know what to do, man. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power, man. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected. Stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut. Be inspired. Be great. And no matter what, man, when you know better, continue to do better, man. Therefore, be you. Ashe.